Did you know that Japan has its own version of Bloody Mary? While Mary herself, or Mary-san, as she's called in Japan, is also quite a popular urban legend, there's also a similar tale that's believed to have been born on Japanese soil. If you needed yet another reason to avoid the school toilets, then never fear. Once again, we have you covered. This week, let's take a look at Lily-san. Who she is, where you can find her, what she does, and, if possible, how to avoid her. As most of these stories go, you can find Lily-san in the school toilets. It sure must get crowded in there. If you know the Bloody Mary story, then making Lily-san appear is quite similar. First, you have to stand in front of the mirror in the school toilets. Then you chant, "Lily-san, Lily-san, Lily-san, please come here. Let's play together." Once you've done that, you can summon her by snapping your fingers 3 times. Voila! You've just made a monster appear, who will now hunt you down until you die. Why anyone would want to do this is beyond me. But hey, that's how these stories go. Much like Kuchisake Onna or Turbo Granny, Lily-san comes equipped with incredible speed. There's simply no running away from her. But having said that, she does possess one weakness. Well, at least according to some versions of the story. In some versions, she simply can't leave the school grounds. Sure, your time at school will be haunted and a danger to your very existence, but let's be real, that's probably no different to usual for most people. So hey, what's one more monster for the road? You can tell Lily-san very easily by her appearance as well. She's covered head to toe in bandages, almost like Tonkaraton. Extra points if you remember that guy, and how to escape his bandagey grasp. Once you say the chant and click your fingers 3 times, her bandaged visage will appear in the mirror and start haunting you. She might not necessarily chase you down immediately though. After all, what's the fun in that? Instead, it's said she'll simply make sure you live the most miserable existence possible before she does claim you. Joke's on you, Lily-san. I'm already there. But supposing you were bored and summoned her for fun, how can you get rid of her before she does decide it's time to take you to the other side with her? Again, this is quite simple. Simply repeat, "Lily-san, go away," 3 times, and that's it. She can't refuse the order and she'll be forced to disappear back into the void, ruining the day you summoned her but then made her leave empty-handed. Some versions claim that you must do this specifically while looking in that same mirror you summoned her in, so be careful. If you want to take her for a race down the school halls before making her go, then make sure you return to that same mirror and face her there once more. Other versions, however, claim that any mirror will do, so maybe keep one on hand, just in case. So overall, Lily-san is generally a combination of numerous urban legends. A little bit of Bloody Mary, even a little bit of Hanako-san, and maybe just a smidge of Turbo Granny. But how did she come about? Why did Japan create a legend with a very non-Japanese name? Well, as it turns out, she's a rather modern legend, and it seems the first time she appeared was actually on Gakko no Kaidan R, a show that has birthed quite a few of today's modern legends. This 40-minute episode aired in 1996 and was titled Youkai Lily-chan. In it, a group of high school girls share a tale they heard in the toilets of Lily-chan. It's likely that this is somewhat based off the Bloody Mary legend, hence her having a Western name. But say her name 3 times in front of the toilet mirror, and then ask her to come play, and she will. But this Lily-chan's idea of playing is grabbing you, and never letting you go until you die. Of course, they summon her, and she haunts the main character around the school for a while, sometimes chasing her down. But naturally, our main character is a track star and manages to outrun her. It's not until they manage to trap her with mirrors, however, that they're able to finally get rid of her. But, of course, her story has already spread throughout the school, and it's not long until some more unsuspecting victims summon her again. It seems likely that Lily-san was simply created for the show, but being the 90s, it then quickly spread throughout schools from children who watched it. In particular, it seems to have been picked up in Kobe City, Hyogo Prefecture, where researchers discovered in 2001 that it was being passed around as a local ghost story. That same year, Lily-san was also featured on a summer ghost special under the name Lily-san in the School Gym. Here, Lily-san specifically only appeared in the toilets in the school gym, but otherwise the general flow of the story remained the same. Here, Lily-san was thought to be a ghost, however, and not just a yokai. She wears all the bandages because she died in an accident. And with that, Lily-san became a bona fide legend, staking her claim in the already overflowing school toilets, with all the other monsters lurking in there. So, if you ever happen to run into her, now you know what to do. Have some mirrors handy and tell her to go away. Or just leave the school grounds and never return. That also works. But what did you guys think of this one? Do you have any similar stories from your own school days? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to help support this channel so you can see more content like this, please consider hitting that join button down below as well. Every bit of support really helps. Thanks guys, and I'll see you again next time.